Previously on Superman New God. To say that interview changed the world would be an understatement. Over the following months, Earth underwent an unprecedented transformation.
Superman!
A red and blue blur rushes onto the scene.
He's trapped under that car!
Please, stand back.
Superman delicately lifts the car straight over his head.
Hi there. Are you okay? Do you need any medical attention?
I'm okay. Thank you, Superman.
Superman! Mr. Whiskers can't get down.
Don't worry, sweetie. This definitely looks like a job for Superman.
Superman leaps to the top of the tree and scoops up Mr. Whiskers.
Superman!
Superman arrives at a police barricade.
He's armed and has 3 hostages.
Yep, I see him. Stay here and put your guns away. I'll bring him out.
Superman rushes into the building and stops between the gunman and his hostages.
It can't be! No! Get away from me!
It's okay. I'm here to help.
Superman approaches slowly.
I said don't move!
The bullet bounces off of Superman's chest.
Please, you don't have to do this.
Oh God, what are you?
A friend.
Day by day, before every living soul on Earth, Superman breathes some relief into this weary world. Crime plummets, the economy soars, pride hits an all-time high. Finally, a celebration is held.
Well, I'm ready to call it. For his contributions towards saving the world, Superman is officially this year's Man of the Year!
Along with the title, Superman is presented with the keys to the city. Everyone in the crowd cheers, except for a man in a brown trench coat and a white fedora. His posture is so unnaturally stiff, it appears positively Martian. He stares at Superman so intently, you'd think he was reading his mind. Later, at the newly opened offices of the Daily Planet, our trio gathers around for their own celebration.
Let it ring. This is a big deal. To the grand opening of the Daily Planet 2.0.
Am I the only one that thinks we need a spinning planet on the roof?
Yes, you are. And Lois, we're celebrating.
What? It's the door. We can't ignore doors, Perry. We're a legitimate business now.
Flowers for Miss Lane?
Huh?
The bouquet is larger than Lois. It's comprised of 50 stunning red and blue roses, plus a single yellow sunflower in the middle of the arrangement.
Whoa. Who are those from?
Lois shows them the card.
Lex Luthor? I thought you guys weren't talking.
I'm sure it's just a professional courtesy.
Lois flips the card. It reads, "You did it." And though Lois couldn't possibly prove it, the message feels condescending.
Come on, Lois, we're celebrating.
Well, since we're answering doors, this is Lois Lane with the Daily Planet.
Good afternoon, Miss Lane.
Lois, please.
Lois, my name is Pandora.
Like Pandora's box.
It was a jar, actually. I'm the chief liaison to John Mongol, CEO and president of Space World. On his behalf, I'd like to congratulate you on your Superman interview. It was very insightful. If I may ask, how do you plan to follow that up?
You'll know it when you see it.
How delightful. Mongol would love an interview with you. A world exclusive, of course.
Is that right? John Mongol wants an interview with me?
John Mongol. How do I know that name?
The reclusive billionaire owner of Space World? No one's ever seen him. Some people don't even think he's real.
Seriously? And he wants an interview with Lois. Are we gonna be the most famous reporters ever?
Perry rolls his eyes. Something about all this fortune feels wrong.
Jimmy, pack your bags. We're going to Space World. Woohoo!
Lois, I really think we should talk before.
You're not changing my mind, Perry.
But what about this? The Daily Planet. Who's gonna run it?
Lois considers this very carefully.
I have an idea. How about we make you the editor-in-chief and demote me to a lowly field reporter doomed to travel the world doing fluff pieces?
Okay, I'll really call the shots.
Come on, Perry. Aren't you secretly pulling all the strings anyway?
I think you're thinking of yourself. I need it in writing.
Perry, you were right. I was wrong. I'm not cut out for running a business, so if you want to do it, let me know, 'cause the spot's open.
Yes! Of course I want it. Fine. Go.
Score! I'm bringing my trunks.
The main cabin of this luxury jet has couches, TVs, and an open bar. There's also a buffet with lobster, caviar, quail eggs, patisserie française, and other delicacies. 2 flight attendants stand by with trays of champagne and towels over their arms, all in service of 3 passengers: Lois, Jimmy, and Pandora. Pandora wears a slim-fitted gray suit with the left sleeve removed to reveal a state-of-the-art prosthetic arm. She expertly types with all 5 fingers on the touchscreen, built into her forearm.
Oh, I am definitely coming back as a king in my next life.
Yes, Mongol does have an appetite for the exquisite, doesn't he?
Jimmy noisily chows down on the food. Lois pulls out her notepad.
Does he prefer that, Mongol, not John or Mr. Mongol?
Mongol is perfect.
How long have you worked for him?
You ask a lot of questions, Lois.
Well, I am a reporter.
Does anyone ever ask you questions? As in a conversation, perchance?
Why? Do you have a question?
Are you dating Superman?
No, we're just friends. Right, Jimmy?
I'm eating.
A different question, then. How about a hypothetical?
Sure.
This is one of my favorites. If you came across Pandora's jar, and I'm talking about the actual jar, so you knew it contained sorrow, disease, vice, violence, greed, madness, old age, death, but also hope inside. Would you still open that jar?
In a heartbeat. Pandora's jar was a gift from the gods, right? Well, sorrow, violence, death, all that stuff, that's what makes us human. Hope is the only thing in there that was ever truly divine. I always felt the moral of that story was, if you have the courage to face the worst parts of yourself, hope is on the other side.
Magnificent. I'm so glad we understand each other.
Lois and Jimmy are chloroformed from the back by the attendants.
Please don't resist. You are merely being taken hostage. If all parties cooperate, no harm will come to you. You have my word.
Lois and Jimmy pass out. And now a word from our sponsors.
Come see the best real estate Metropolis has to offer. The LexCorp Deluxe Residential Towers. Retail, dining, and living spaces all in one place. You'll never need to go anywhere else. And this weekend only, join us for an open house with live music featuring Dinah Drake, the Black Canary.
You're never gonna wanna leave.
Back in Metropolis, Perry watches a troubling video on his phone. A ransom video. He runs to the nearest window and opens it.
I hope this works. Superman, I need you!
Superman blurs into the room.
Damn, you're fast.
Hey, Perry. What's wrong?
Unsure of how to say it, Perry hands Superman his phone and presses play.
Superman, Jimmy and I have been taken hostage by John Mongol and are being held at his Island headquarters of Space World.
Please save us.
We've been assured we'll be released safely in exchange for an audience with you.
I just wanted to lay on the beach.
If this information is leaked to the public or if world governments get involved, he will kill us.
Also, if you're not here in 12 hours, he'll kill me.
And in another 12, he'll kill me too.
But try to be here in that first 12, please.
Superman,
Where's the island?
She sent coordinates, but what are you gonna do? Swim there?
If I have to.
No, that's clearly what he wants. And all of this for what? To meet you? I really think we need a second opinion.
Perry takes his phone back and scrolls through his contacts.
Perry, I am not waiting.
Superman. John Mongol is a genius. Everything he brings to market is years ahead of its time. He watched your interview. He's fully aware of everything you can do, and still, he thought the most appropriate method to get your attention was to threaten you with Lois and Jimmy. I'm not saying you can't stop him, but at the risk of getting them killed? I don't know, unless you have the power to go back in time, I think a little help couldn't hurt. Agreed?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Perry glances around the room, frantically looking for an idea, when he suddenly spots the behemoth bouquet in the room.
I think I know who can help. I have a private message for Mr. Luther from Lois Lane. Let him know it's incredibly urgent.
Superman shamelessly listens in.
Lois, what did you do this time?
Mr. Luther, it's Perry White from the Daily Planet. Don't hang up. Lois Lane has been kidnapped.
Perry, slow down. Who kidnapped Lois?
John Mongol, and we have less than 12 hours to get Superman to the Space World HQ or he'll kill her. He also has one of my cameramen.
John Mongol? The John Mongol? Why?
He wants Superman. And it has to be quiet. He'll need a private flight and everything you know about Mr. Mongol.
Tell Superman to meet me at the Metropolis airfield in 30 minutes. I'll fly him there myself.
His name is Lex Luthor, and he'll...
I heard. I'm going.
Wait. He's soft on Lois, but his reputation is, he can be very intimidating.
Well, if you think he can help, I don't care.
Superman blurs out of the room. And now, Lex Luthor's private plane makes its way over the Atlantic towards the Space World headquarters on John Mongol's private island. Superman sits on an alabaster leather couch in the cabin of an extravagant airliner, but all of its luxuries mean nothing to him. Instead, he stares out the panoramic window, watching velvety cotton clouds float across the ocean. The seatbelt light turns off. Lex Luthor exits the cockpit. This man has two defining features: a smooth, polished head, as if sculpted out of marble, and a bespoke vicuna suit, perfectly tailored for a man who values artistry, elegance, and power. He observes the alien in blue and red spandex staring out the window. For all intents and purposes, this thing is a god. Yet for some reason, it appears offensively plain.
It's a pity you don't fly. Soaring through the sky can be quite transformative.
Superman's gaze stays glued to that view. He wonders what it might feel like to run his fingers through those clouds.
You know, ignorance can be confused with disrespect, Superman.
Superman shifts his complete attention to...
Mr. Luthor, have I offended you?
For the last 2 months, I've watched you run around Metropolis, pulling kittens down from trees and slapping bandages on knees. A commendable effort, I'm sure. But then, you had the audacity to call it saving the world.
I never said saving the world. I'm just here to help people.
People like Lois Lane?
Everybody.
Well, certainly not the people calling you right now, Superman. 9.5 people die every minute around the world from preventable accidents and unintentional injuries. You're bread and butter, it would seem. Can't you hear them? Or does that trick only work with Lois Lane?
Superman reels back, as if attacked by Lex's intellect.
Say what you want to say, Mr. Luther.
Don't be so offended. It's a valid concern, a human concern. And truthfully, this should have been covered in your little interview. How do you decide who lives and who dies?
It's not that simple.
I'd hope not. Fortunately, I'm good with complicated, and I believe you've promised us the truth.
If I'm being honest, it's really just a judgment call.
Deciding who lives and dies is called final judgment, Superman. And I thought only a god could do that. You're not a god, are you?
I'm just here to help.
Really? Because helping would be surrendering yourself to humanity so we can conduct a thorough investigation of what you are and where you would most benefit us. Have you ever been sick, Superman?
No.
Then perhaps within you there's a cure for cancer, heart disease, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's. Now that would be helping. But what you want to do is play hero with Lois. And look how that turned out for her.
I'm going to get her back, and Jimmy.
I'm going to get her back. You are the ransom.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, Mr. Luther, but when I get there, I'll deal with John Mongol myself.
My, you certainly have the arrogance of a god. Do you even know anything about him?
Perry suggested you fill me in.
No one knows anything about John Mongol. All my business is done through his liaison, Pandora. There's so many people who don't even believe he exists, that he must be some sort of artificial intelligence.
And what do you think?
I used to think he was a legion of people, but now I think he's like you.
Superman stops, stunned. Another alien living on Earth? He hadn't considered that before. And suddenly, Superman finds himself thinking, maybe, just maybe, I am not alone.
Superman, what are you not saying?
I was clear in my interview. I don't know anything about aliens.
No. It would appear you don't know anything about anything.
Superman stands up to Lex. The contrast between these men couldn't be more apparent.
Mr. Luther, I can go the rest of the way on my own.
Don't be so dramatic. I've already made arrangements with Pandora. If you arrive alone now, she'll assume it's a trap and kill Lois.
Superman can't help but feel threatened by the sentiment. Lex has masterminded a plan that's rendered himself indispensable.
Why are you doing this? What's in it for you?
Aside from the gratification of rescuing a fellow human, there are dozens of variables that I want to know. Who is John Mongol? What does he want? Who is the real Superman? And most importantly, what will you do to save the woman you love? No heart is incorruptible, and you wear yours on your sleeve.
Superman doesn't know how to respond. He can't help but feel as if Lex is enjoying running laps around his head.
Superman, do you know what makes you so dangerous?
You're afraid that if I ever turn to evil, no one would be able to stop me.
No. In your infinite ignorance, you fail to consider that all your swooping and saving does is sever humanity's ambitions to liberate themselves from gods. You see, the problems of today will forge the men of tomorrow. Or will you steal that title from us too, Mr. Man of the Year?
Lex Luthor stares daggers into Superman. This thing isn't even a man. And yet, the man it turned out to be is a jerkwater hayseed undeserving of the gifts of a god. Suddenly, a very special kind of envy begins to boil in the pit of Lex Luthor's stomach. The kind of envy born when a man with a god complex meets a true god. Superman has just met his soon-to-be arch-nemesis, Lex Luthor. And Lex has made some really compelling points. What if John Mongol of Space World was actually an alien like him? I think you know where this is going, dear listeners. So don't miss the thrilling finale of Superman, New God, a radio play in 5 parts. Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster and is a copyrighted property appearing in DC Comics, movies, and TV.